10 reasons why we love Wyoming and a few things we hate. Today we're talking about 10 reasons that we love our home state and our community, and a few things that maybe we hate.
Let's be clear about something. Every community, every state, every place that you live has things that you like about it and things that you don't. But you can always find something to love.
Yes, always. So if you ask me in the wintertime things I love about Wyoming, I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to be very, very hard pressed to find anything that I like about Wyoming. However, you put me on vacation and I go somewhere else, I become like the ambassador of Wyoming.
Yeah.
I am like, oh, come see Yellowstone, come to the Tetons. Like, I'm ridiculous. Like, ridiculous.
I think a lot of people are suffering right now. The loss of economic opportunities, the loss of jobs. People are looking for a fresh start somewhere.
There are some people that would love to move, or they have like all these problems, but they're just kind of stuck where they are. And that's just how it is. Now, living in Wyoming, you probably have some mixed feelings about now because we've had a lot of job loss and stuff, and our governor just came out and told us about all the budget cuts, and it's going to be tight for a while. So, you know, no place is perfect right now. I think everywhere is kind of struggling.
With all these negative times looming, it's time to talk about the positive and bring it back. So that is exactly what we are going to do. We are going to find the positive, we're going to work harder, and we are going to make our communities stronger.
So here are the top 10 things that's so great about living in Wyoming in no particular order. First of all, we're going to get something out of the way. It is the most perhaps important thing on this list, and it has to be dealt with immediately. I will turn this time over to Gina.
Number 10, you just said in no particular order, and number 10 is the most important. I'm just going to say that. It is the most important, and it is this, all of this.
Brown and white moment.
This is my pencil bag. Wyoming cowboy pencil bag. That's important.
She's serious.
Can you see my earrings? And I have others.
Boy, does she have others.
Oh, I have a necklace. I have another necklace, but I couldn't find it. I think it's in with all my jewelry. Oh, this is beautiful. You can't see it. It's got like some diamonds around the edge. They're not real diamonds, you know. Maybe they are.
Yeah.
I have these earrings. These ones are gold with some brown. My sister made me these. These ones, yes.
Wow, crafty woman.
I know. These ones are brown with gold, so that's important because
she could like sell those around here.
I know. See what has happened though? My little things have fallen off, so I have to be careful on one of each one, and then I've lost them. So I haven't worn them for a while because I have to secure them a little better. I don't want to lose them. And then I have these little teeny tiny babies. You can't, if I get close,
so
maybe.
Cute.
Oh, see. This is something, hold on. I was not ready for this, so we'll have to do something.
This is a typical Wyoming cowboy fan, okay?
Typical.
You've heard of the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys ain't got nothing on the Wyoming Cowboys. People in this state go gaga over
Number
it.
one fan. I just bought these shoes. You know why? Gold, Nike. I mean, that's important.
How can you not love Gina? Look at this. Classic, classic, guys.
This is like the best thing. Hold on a second. I wasn't, oh gosh, I'm gonna knock the table over.
She'll be back to you in a moment. Just hold. It's worth the wait, guys.
Yes.
It's worth the wait.
These right here, these, I have had these for so long. I've almost retired them more times than I can count, but it's just, it doesn't feel right.
They're lucky though.
Yeah, these are my lucky socks.
See it? I'm holding her feet up.
Can you see my toes? Especially in this one.
They're like all wore out. I love these things.
They don't get washed often. I'm sorry, I should have told you that before you grabbed my feet.
It's all good.
Because
you have to wash sparingly when they're see-through.
I mean, I have, like right there, see there's like a little hole. I've stitched it already. And I have some replacements. These have traveled with me to lots of bowl games. These have been to San Diego. They have been to, they've been to Phoenix. They've been to Idaho.
Wow.
They've been to every Wyoming game that we've been to. Oh, they've been to Utah. That time though, that was really kind of a rough one. We won't talk about that one. Wow. But these are I have these too. So you know what I do?
Just awesome. Just awesome.
Is these ones, I kind of like, I wear these, but these actually, so these cannot be worn like with shoes anymore because I mean,
yeah.
I'm just real worried about them. So
those are like paper thin, like tissue paper thin.
Yeah, they're so thin. So I can't wear them with shoes anymore. So when we go
delicate heirloom.
Yes. I'll make him into a scarf one day or something. I don't know. But when we're at home listening to the games, I'll put them on, and then these ones go over top. These are my pistol Pete's to soak up the good luck. I love these ones so much. My sister gave these to me too.
Those are cute.
Let's see. You got to get his face right. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
So then these ones go over top. And these ones to like soak up the luck.
They're soaking up the luck, so eventually you can retire.
Yes.
Oh.
And sometimes I'm like, all right, this is the year I have to retire them, but then I just can't. So, but these are the new ones because I love them so much, and they're worn at like when we go somewhere where I have to wear shoes because in Wyoming at football games you really have to wear shoes and socks most of the time.
Yeah, they're a wild bunch.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Now I have more stuff. Maybe you'll see that later on.
Yeah.
In the thing, but
so pay attention. Just watch Gina throughout the video. You may see some changes.
You may see some things because I have some Wyoming things. My nephew, when he comes to our house, he's like, "You're the Wyoming family." We have so many things. We have blankets. We have home decor. I had a quilt that was made for me that I used for probably a good 10 years until like I pulled it and it ripped.
So sad. That's just tragic.
Oh, it was probably one of the worst days of my life.
That's like tear worthy.
Yeah, I think I did cry. And so now I don't have that. Our license plates, I'm not really going to say, but I'll tell you they are so impressive. A woman at Smith's asked me if I was the governor's wife.
Really?
Yes.
You totally should have gone with it.
I know.
Why, yes, I am.
Yes, people see them and they're like, "Oh my gosh, how did you get that license plate?" And I'm like,
I know. That's how I know. Like, I remember which car is yours. Like, in a crowd, I'm like, I don't know what car is yours. But then I see the license plate. I'm like, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're impressive. We have, I don't know. Maybe you'll see some other things. But we have Wyoming things at my house.
Yeah.
We are Wyoming people.
You are.
Yeah.
You are. And many of my friends are. Mm-hmm. This is not unique. This is This is part of being in Wyoming. Crazed fans.
Yes.
This is not unusual, people.
No. And those socks have probably been to Las Vegas too. When we went to the Las Vegas Bowl, I was pregnant with Courtney.
Oh my goodness.
I was pregnant with my daughter. And when we came back, we stopped in, like we drove. And so we stopped at this gas station and people have Wyoming things. And it was like, because we won that game against UCLA. And the UCLA people were so rude about us. They were like, this is so degrading that we have to play Wyoming. I mean, they were just, this reporter, he was so rude. And we all read it in Wyoming, all 500,000 of us.
That is amazing.
And we won.
That is so awesome.
It was the best game ever. And I think everyone probably in the state of Wyoming wrote that guy a letter, was like, really? Degrading, huh? How did that loss feel?
Yeah. Right?
So, and when we see people, when we went to San Diego, like on the beach, we're the only people in December on the beach because people in California are like, it's so amazing. And we're like shorts and t-shirts, you know, walking around. Right. But it was like, oh my gosh, Wyoming. We were just thrilled to see each other.
So my friends, Jeff and Cindy, shout out. Every time they go anywhere like Arizona or whatever, and they have so much Wyoming apparel.
Yes.
And so they'll go there and people will like see them and stop them. They're like, oh, Wyoming. And they know them. Like they're like, I mean, you instantly have this bond, this camaraderie because, you know, it's the University of Wyoming.
Yes.
Now I've noticed that with our license plates. On our license plates, we have a county number. What's the top number? I'm not sure how many. What does it go up to?
23.
I think that sounds right.
24?
I don't know if there's 24 counties 24 counties. Anyway, there's a number, and if we see our number when we are out of state, I have stalked people. I have waited outside of a Fry's grocery store in Arizona on Baseline, waiting for someone to come out that belongs to that car because I know they're from my county, and I'm going to be like, hey, because we know each other. It's serious, people.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
And when you see this like on vehicles and you're driving around, I mean, you're like waving at people. You don't know them, but you're like, oh my gosh, us too.
Or if they have the 307 in their back window.
Oh, yeah.
307.
That's another one. Mm-hmm.
Everyone's beep, beep. You know, you're like out of state.
Yes.
Everyone's honk, honk, we know you.
Because Wyoming, we have one area code. One. How many other states can say that?
Not many anymore.
No, we have one. Still, to this day, 2020.
It's amazing we don't have one zip code. They gotta break it up somewhere. Gotta drive along with the zip code.
One zip code.
One zip code would be a little rough, but okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, pay attention. There might be a quiz later.
Yes. At the end. And
at the end, maybe a quiz. I don't know.
You'll get a reward of feeling really great.
Yes. It's like watching for the pineapple in an episode of something. Now you can watch for the Gina.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Now that we have covered the University of Wyoming Cowboys, now we're going to discuss the local teams.
Local.
Yeah. I am like Gina when it comes to the local stuff. Oh boy. So we have like camping chairs.
Oh. For the games, of course. Yes.
Blankets, multiple kinds. Some we've made, some we've bought.
Yeah, and you need those here a lot.
Mm-hmm. I have shirts and jackets and all sorts of things, and sweatshirts for parades and stuff. We have a flag. I made a big deco mesh wreath.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'll be sure to share those. I'll have those come up with little photos so you can kind of see. And it's a big deal because we're in a small town, and so like for homecoming, our entire town goes to homecoming.
Yes.
Our entire town. And so we meet, like I have friends that come from out of town and I have friends that are local, and we meet over at like downtown, like by the library, and we watch the parade. We watch the homecoming parade. And then I duck out of the homecoming parade and I go to a local Mexican restaurant and I pick up a big fiesta platter. Oh. Yes. Don Pedro's every year.
Yes, every time.
And so we have a big fiesta platter here. And then my friends, they all, you know, convene over here, you know. And we eat a big meal. And some people are tailgating. Some people go to the high school and tailgate. We just choose to do this here because it's just less hectic. But yeah, and then we get, I boil a whole bunch of water and stuff, and we do like fill thermoses with hot cocoa and stuff.
Smart.
Or well, mostly we fill it with hot water, and then we bring the hot cocoa packets.
Yes.
So we can just whip it up while we're there, and it's a lifesaver because Sometimes there's like frost. Sometimes you can see your breath out there. And these games are the end of September, sometimes the first week of October. It is miserably cold sometimes. Sometimes it's warm, but
sometimes.
And I don't even know how that's going to work this year, honestly. No. And I'm really sad.
Yeah.
But anyway, we have this every single year. I think we've only missed a couple of years in the last 10, 15 years. I mean, like, we've done it pretty consistently because that's what we do.
Yeah.
We have to have, and the whole town turns out for these events.
Yeah.
The whole town. All of the little kids are like in the parade. Like, if they're above a certain age, they're in that parade somehow.
Sometimes more than once.
I will probably share pictures.
You should.
Of like what it looks like, because I've taken pictures, been so in awe because the stadium can't even hold. It's like wrapped around the whole football field.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And I feel like when we go to other sporting events in other towns, it's like the Wyoming stuff, but locally. Like, oh, you're from Evanston. You're from
Green River.
Yeah, you're from Lyman. You're from Mountain View. You're from Cheyenne.
Yeah.
I mean, you just like know their logos.
Yes, you do. Anyway, so we're all just fanatics, but it brings us together as a community. And if you're struggling in your community, I recommend find a college team, find a local team, find something that you can be a part of, because it really, really helps with that, I think.
Yes. Number 8, the great outdoors, hunting and fishing. The mountains, the camping. We have incredible hunting here. If you come to my house ever, people come over and we have a bear, which is not from Wyoming, I will say. It's from somewhere else, another state.
Another state.
We have an elk and a deer and a turkey and a white-tailed deer. No, we just have a white-tail. My daughter will have a deer soon. Actually, we have 2 elk. We have fish. It's like a museum of dead things in there.
And your husband does his own taxidermy, does he not?
Yes, he does. Oh, we have a bobcat too.
Amazing.
Yes. All in our living room, actually. And we just got some kittens. And they were in our house for a little while, so they would know that they lived there. And I was like, they are probably like, oh my God, we've got to get out of here. Look at that cat over there. Got to get out.
It's like terrifying.
I know. I'm sure they were like.
Little children might have a problem with that.
Oh,
too.
yes, sometimes.
Like they'd be like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah.
I mean, because my daughter used to have a hard time. We'd go to Jackson Hole and they have the big grizzly bears, the stuffed grizzly bears. And she's like, wah! You know, it was kind of a little bit frightening at first.
Some people, I feel like though in Wyoming, we lived in Utah for a little while. We came back, so don't worry. We came back. And if you live in Utah, that's fine for you.
We still love you.
We do. We love you. Yeah, we do.
Some of my best people are in Utah.
Mine too.
I was born there.
Yes, I was not.
Were you born in Wyoming?
Yes, I was. I know.
Born and bred, girl.
Yeah.
I love it.
But when we were selling our house, because we didn't have all of those things then. I think the bear we got right after we moved back here. But, I mean, we had to take them down because people were just like, not in Wyoming. Like, people come out, like, if we sold our house now, people would be like, oh, okay, great. An elk would fit in here. Perfect.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Yeah. That's like mandatory.
Yes. It's
they have
like,
to, visualize. No. What am I?
Yes, where will all
dead
my
animals fit?
Yes.
That was what my brother would have to do. He has this huge elk.
Yeah.
And they have to, like, when they move, they have to scout out, like, oh, do I have room for my antelope? Do I have room for my elk?
Yes. Oh, we have an antelope too.
Of course you do.
Yes.
You do.
Wait. No. Time out.
Whatever.
Do we? No, we don't have an antelope yet. We want to, but we have their
the pronghorns.
The pronghorns. Yes, in like some, like, they're kind of like sconces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we don't have an antelope, but we will one day. We will. But, and the camping and the outdoors, there's so much wide open space here. The fishing, Flaming Gorge. Oh my gosh, I love that place.
Number 7 is small town appeal.
Yeah.
Our town has a philosophy in it, like a little saying, and it's called fresh air, freedom, and fun. And it's kind of true. I mean, I just love that our air is so clean. My husband has asthma.
Oh.
And So it's just nice, like it's so fresh outside. And whenever there's forest fires around, or fires like in Wyoming or in Colorado or California even, like when it gets smoky here, it's just so foreign to us because we're just not used to it. Like I go into Salt Lake whenever they're having the inversion in the wintertime, and it is, I'm not used to that. I'm so used to nice, crisp, fresh air. Now, sometimes it's a little too crisp for my liking.
Little crisp.
But,
little brisk.
But I do love that our town appreciates those things. And it's the simple things, too, about our town I love. Like around Halloween, down Main Street, they put up little... cute little bales of hay and pumpkins and cute little things like that. They kind of decorate like the downtown area does. And we have cute little shops and stuff that some places don't have, you know?
Yes.
And it's fun and cute. And everybody kind of knows everybody. I go somewhere and I run into 10 people that I know, and there's just something to be said about that. It's just a nice homey kind of feeling. Right. Anyway, so just small town appeal. I just love the quaintness of our town, and other people who come here, even from other small towns, even say, "Oh, your town is so quaint and so cute."
Yes.
And we have like the bear ponds and stuff. Like we have a river walk. We have just some great things, like a little pond out there. You can go out there, little paddle boat things, and just some great things.
And I will say the people here in our town, when people move here, they're often like, "Oh, what's going on here?" But when they move away, they want to come back because of the people. They just want to come back because we have the best people here.
And we have that coming up later in the list too, about people in general here.
Oh, good. Okay. Number 6, less populated. You guys, in the entire state of Wyoming, we have 500,000 people, or right around there. We don't know the exact number. There are cities that have more people than that in the city. In fact, maybe even Salt Lake. Does Salt Lake have more than that?
I'm sure that Salt Lake does.
Yeah, in our whole entire state.
Yeah, we have more guns than people.
Yeah, we have more cows than people, more sheep than people. We have more sagebrush than people.
We have, oh my goodness, pretty much anything more than
people.
There's kind of
more
a reason
land
for that.
Than people.
Yes, and we will get to that reasons why in our
conclusion.
Not so great things about Wyoming.
Yes.
But yeah. But we kind of like this.
We do like it because we have space. We're not close to each other.
We've been social distancing since 1800.
Yes, we have. And now we're just like, what do you mean social distance? Yeah. We do. Yeah. All the time.
Yeah. Our houses are far apart. Everything's far apart. Well, with being less populated, there's less traffic, there's less pollution. My husband is driving right now from a long distance, and yes, I worry about him driving, but I'm not worried about like crazy drivers or anything. I'm worried about a deer, a moose, an elk, a bison, an antelope.
Yeah.
Because any one of those things running out in front of him.
Those are our traffic jams. I have in front of my kids' elementary school, I've had to stop for moose crossing the road before. Deer, antelope. I mean, that's all happened lots of times. It's not like it's a pretty
big problem.
Happens a lot.
So like a month or two ago or something, we had a bear in our neighborhood. Now, when I say kind of in our neighborhood, I'm not like saying way far away. I'm saying like 10 houses down around the corner, you know, and it was in a police officer's house.
Yes.
It's not pretty.
No, that night I was running. I mean, you don't think, watch out for the bears. I had my earphones in. I could have been bear bait. I'm just like running along, my headphones in. The next morning, everyone's like, there was a bear. And I was thinking, I was there. Yeah.
Natalie D down the road.
Yeah.
She also, same thing. And then she sent her daughter and her daughter's friend over. So they were all running right past it. They didn't even,
No, that's not usual. We usually don't have bears.
But there was another bear spotted by the bus barn just like a week ago.
And, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yikes. What?
They have not even captured it yet. They don't know where it's at.
Oh, geez. It might be in my backyard.
I know, right? Number 5, less crime. And that kind of goes with less populated.
Yeah.
And the fact that criminals don't want to live here.
Yeah. It's too cold.
It's too cold. Who wants to swipe packages on a porch when they're stuck to the porch?
Yeah.
I gotta chisel this one out.
Oh, no, they're coming.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Doesn't work out well.
I mean, not saying we don't have crime.
Oh, we do. We have some.
We have crime. And I know that a lot more goes on in this town than we know. My husband's known a few police officers that have told him, you know, like, wow, you don't even know what goes on in this town. So I know that that is a thing. I know that I'm naive to think there's not crime. But we have a lot less of it. I think we're a little bit sheltered from it. And there's literally, I don't think, a place in this town that I would not walk down the street at night. Like, I mean, I might be a little bit like, I'm looking over my shoulder, but not.
No.
I mean, I'd walk downtown. I'd walk in almost any neighborhood, really. Because there's good people that live everywhere, and I wouldn't be too worried about it. And, but I think everybody still locks their doors and stuff.
Yeah.
Here. But we do have less crime. I think we look out for each other as part of it too, don't you think?
Yes, I think so. We watch out for each other, our neighbors.
Yes.
When they're gone, and just like, hey, are you back? I know that you're gone. Because I noticed something, and I mean, I've done that for lots of my neighbors. Yes,
same. I've seen water coming out of someone. It looked like it was coming out of their house, and I was like, Mah! So I didn't have my neighbor's phone number, so I called a friend who had their phone number. I'm like, hey, can you call them and find out if that water is supposed to be coming out of their yard? But I think that that's part of being in a small town, is that everyone's looking out for each other. So, I mean, I guess the police don't have to be on it all the time. We're kind of all Karens, you know, where we're like, meh. I noticed your garage door's open. I mean, I'm like the town.
Do you want that open all night?
Guys, I'm the neighborhood Karen. I hate it. I'm like, Stephanie, your garage door's open again. She's so sick of me.
I think she loves it,
text Stephanie like once a week. Your garage door's open again. I'm sorry. I hate it, but I don't want people.
You want to look out for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we look out for people, our friends, and everybody that we can.
Yeah. So,
but I think it's nice. We just have. I think that people become more cynical in bigger cities where maybe they don't look out for each other. They're like, so and so deserves what they get.
Yeah.
Where I think we're kind of, and since we know each other, we kind of know who goes with which kid.
Yeah.
You know, don't you? Like,
yes.
If I see a little kid, I know. If I see one of your children and someone pulls up to them, and I'm like going, who are you? And are you supposed to be with them? I think that we all kind of look out for each other, and because we know one another more. So, less crime.
Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 4.
So good.
With my brown and gold gloves my cousin had made for me, because these are necessary in Wyoming a lot of times. So it's a great place to raise kids. Okay. So I feel like our kids have more opportunities here because it's so small. There's less competition. We went to a track meet in Utah, and it was, wow. I mean, so many kids. And our kids just have so many more opportunities here to do sports and music and just kind of all the things, because there's a lot of opportunities here.
I think so too. So I noticed the same thing. My daughter did track as well as cheer. And so when we would go to a meet in Utah, I mean, there are so many kids, and they have to really compete to get in those places.
Yeah.
Where our kids don't have to be as good, I guess. I mean, they're still good.
Yes,
I mean, we have some kids that have gone on to the like national levels in things. Yes. We have some famous people actually from our town.
Yes, we do.
Athletes, awesomeness. Yeah. Anyway, but also another thing is academically, like my daughter, when we first moved here, she won a writing award, and she was able to go to Jackson Hole and do sled dog mushing with professional sled dog mushers. And so it was like a really once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to meet the mushers and to actually be on the sled and learn how to run a sled dog. It was a really amazing experience. It was like an all expense paid kind of trip. And, you know, how do you have those kind of opportunities? And I feel like we have some talented people here.
Yes.
Now, I know COVID has changed some of that. We used to have that wonderful Arts Inc.
Yes.
Run by Carol Lee. And that was a gem of the community.
Yes.
And I think that that's no more, is it?
No, it's still here.
Is it going to still stay?
It's still staying. Heather Botts is taking it over. Yes.
Thank you, Heather.
I know, huh?
You guys, that is such a unique thing for our town, and it is so amazing for our children and adults.
People from all over the country.
All over the country here.
Yeah.
It is absolutely incredible, and we have so many talented people, and what a unique experience. I mean, that is not something that if I lived somewhere else that they would be able to participate in. So unique and interesting. Yes.
And speaking of that, so we have some pretty active PTAs here, and our students participate in PTA reflections. And the PTA was kind of falling apart in Wyoming, and so we wanted that to stay because otherwise our kids would have had to compete with kids in Colorado or Utah. And for that same thing, they just wouldn't get those same experiences because there's so many less kids here that they get those kind of experiences where they get to go on to nationals and things like that.
Yeah.
And at the state level because they're competing with so many less.
Yes. I think I judged some stuff for Roshan one time.
Oh, yes. I'm sure you did.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun. And I mean, just me, myself, like I have done, taught some oil painting classes to kids and been very active in 4-H. Which is also University of Wyoming. Technically I've worked for them for years.
See?
So number 3 is kindness. I think our community and Wyoming in general is a very kind place.
Yes.
For the most part. I mean, I think strangers, I mean, I have seen people that have come from out of town that have needed help or whatever, and everyone really tries to pitch in and be kind and thoughtful.
Yes, even like you said, even to strangers or to, I mean, I don't think in Wyoming we've met a stranger. It's a place where if someone's pulled over by the side of the road, someone's probably going to stop and help you.
Probably.
If you have a flat tire or you're walking because you ran out of gas, somebody's going to stop and help you. You're not going to be stranded for long. You're not going to be.
I think so too. And even people that come to the grocery store that can't find something, or handicapped people. I've seen handicapped people that can't reach things in the store, and people are always there to help. Or when, I'm really short, so people are always helping me reach things because I'm a shorty. And they're just kind.
Yes, we wave at each other here. My dad waves at everyone. I remember when I was younger, he would be waving at someone in the car and I would say, "Who is that?" And he's like, "I don't know." He just wants to wave and be friendly to everybody, you know? And that has not died in Wyoming. That still has, we say hello to each other on the street.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think that that's a true thing. Now,
like we were saying before, people watch out for each other. You can't go anywhere to the store or where else do you go here?
Nowhere.
You
can't go fishing
without someone watching out for you. Yeah. Or like you were saying, our kids, people watch out for our kids and each other. I lots of times have seen the neighbor's kids or someone, and I've called and said, do you know where they are? Are they supposed to be there? Just because I wanted to make sure that they were safe.
Absolutely.
And even, kids, when I was at the school, it would be like, call the school and say, "Hey, we watch out for each other." Number 2.
So good.
Number 2 is Yellowstone. Oh my gosh.
What a natural beauty.
Yes. It's actually so incredible there.
No place like it in the world.
In the whole world. Was it the very first national park?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yes.
So we have that too. Very first national park in the whole United States.
And we're the equality state. First
Yes, we are.
State to allow women to vote.
Yes. Which is impressive about Yellowstone because we were one of the last states, right, to join the United States, to join the Union.
Yes.
So we're progressive in Wyoming in some ways.
Yellowstone is amazing. But I'm going to give you a pro tip. Bison are not your friends. They're not friendly cows.
No.
They're used to living in the wild. Do not try to feel bad for them and put them in your car. It has happened.
Or ride them.
Oh my gosh. A lady was just gored to death the other day. Or not gored to death. She lost her pants. Have you seen that one?
No.
She got gored in Yellowstone. And it ripped her pants off of her body. She's naked, laying there. I shouldn't laugh, but it's hilarious. If you want a good laugh, subscribe on Instagram. Go to Turons. It's like tourist morons. It's Turons of Yellowstone. Awesome Instagram. They have all the videos and pictures of people getting like stupid, like dumb stuff.
I don't know why they haven't learned yet.
Elk, bear, a bear chasing. There's one of a bear chasing a mountain goat. Have you seen that one?
No. A
bear chasing a mountain goat, people, and everyone's on the trail going, "Oh, look, a bear chasing a mountain goat!" Not run. If the bear doesn't catch the mountain goat, guess who's coming for? The 50 of you on that trail, and the slowest one's gonna die. Make way for wildlife. Bears are not like Yogi.
No.
And Boo Boo. They're not happy little bears.
No.
And bison are not friendly cows.
No.
Mountain goats can hurt you. They can all hurt you. And geysers, don't take a bath in a geyser.
That's what I was going to say. No, that water will boil your skin right off your body.
Yes, and some of the ground around those areas is very fragile. We have, and it takes hundreds of thousands of years for that to build up. Some of the the algae and the what are they called?
Exactly.
The stuff. the stuff.
The lichen?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Woo, you're good.
Yes.
So the little stuff on the ground is very fragile. So if you lose your umbrella, you're out there, it's raining, or you're trying to keep the sun off you, and a gust of wind, which is very likely in Wyoming.
Very likely.
Gust of wind comes, blows your hat, blows your umbrella off into the soup. You don't tread off the trail to go get it.
No.
You are damaging fragile life, bacteria, fragile lichen, fragile things on the ground. That's why they have trails, like they have wooden boardwalks, so that you can see this beauty without touching it, without stepping in it. And if you step on it, you are ruining hundreds of years of growth. Not cool. And I see tons and tons of our friends, which we love having you come to our estate, but please, please respect, stay on the boardwalks, because you could be injured and you also could be injuring nature and wildlife.
Yeah. And it's too beautiful to do that.
It's too beautiful. We will include photos and maybe some video footage, because I have tons of that of Yellowstone.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Please come. You're going to just love it. If you're going to Yellowstone, make your reservations early.
Yes.
Make your reservations very early, because you're not going to find, you're going to have to stay in either Jackson Hole or in Idaho. There is the Yellowstone Lodge, I think. But that you'd have to really book out.
Oh, I'm sure that's way out.
And I think that it's even closed this year.
I think it is closed this year. I think there's only a few places open.
Yeah, so it's kind of difficult, but it's well worth it. And the Tetons are amazing. I think they're 14,000 feet above sea level. So that is amazing too. And there's a glacier that's permanently up there, and you'll just love to see that.
Yes.
Gorgeousness. And Jackson Hole's a lot of fun if you get to go there.
If you get a chance when you're in Wyoming, Devil's Tower is pretty amazing as well.
It is.
Yes.
The only thing is that it's out in the sticks.
Yeah, it's out in the middle of nowhere.
There's not really anything else. So if you're going to Devil's Tower and you're coming from the west and you're going east through Wyoming and you're like, this is the most boring trip on planet Earth, you're right, it is. But it'll be worth it in the end. You're going to go there, and then you're going to continue on, go to South Dakota, and see Mount Rushmore.
Yes.
See, twofer.
Yes.
Go to Mount Rushmore. You can see all the beautiful things that are there in the Black Hills.
Yeah.
Because there's really not much to see around Devil's Tower.
No. And when you're driving across the state of Wyoming, be prepared to see a lot of nothing for a long, long time. And when you find a bathroom, stop there, because chances are you're not going to see one for a long time. Every opportunity you get, stop at the bathroom. Yes. I do that anyways. That's kind of my MO. My family is like, oh my gosh, you have to go to the bathroom again? And I'm like, you don't? But some people, I don't know, oh, there'll be another bathroom. Not in Wyoming.
Same with food.
Yes, food. If you're hungry, get food there.
Pack a cooler.
Or pack a cooler. They'll just be these tiny little places, and you'll think, oh, I shouldn't stop there. You should.
You should.
Because
that's the big city, guys.
Yeah. You'll be like, this town is so small.
Yeah.
No, that's a big city in Wyoming. And the real small ones, if there's a chance to stop, you should. You never know what you'll see there. Antelope, elk, moose, deer, bears.
And, we get a lot of complaints. I hear it all the time from comedians, from all sorts of people that drive, and they're just on I-80, okay? And they zip through Wyoming, and they're like, that was the ugliest state I've ever seen in my entire life. True and not true.
Yes.
There is a beauty to high desert, and I will include some photos. So you will see that there can be beauty in the high desert. However, it gets boring. So, keep your mind active when you're driving. And like you say, take breaks, because when you see a lot of nothing, it gets old after a while.
Yeah.
But off of I-80, when you're veering off into other places, it is beautiful. And at nighttime, you can see the stars here, guys.
Oh my gosh,
and not just the stars, the whole Milky Way. Like, you can see it all. We've pulled over before and just pulled off to the side of the road, because you can. No, don't do that on interstate. But if you're on a side road, you can pull off, and as long as you're pulling off safely, and you can just stop on the side of the road and turn off the lights on your car, and it is pitch black, and you can just see all the stars.
Yes. And interesting, even in town, we can see stars. I know that people in the big city, there's so many lights, they cannot see the stars. But we can see them here at our house.
Yes.
But when you're out, like you said, in the middle of nowhere, it's unbelievable.
Yes, it is just stunning.
Yes.
Our number one wonderful thing about Wyoming is cool summers. All you poor people live in the heat in the summer, and we're basking in the cool summers of Wyoming. Sorry, not sorry.
No, my favorite thing is to sleep with the windows open at night and the cool breeze. Oh.
It's heaven, heaven, heaven.
Cools off.
We have talked about this summer has been warmer.
Yeah.
But it's still, no matter how hot it is during the day, it gets down to 50s at night.
Mm-hmm. With the exception of a couple of days.
Yeah. 60s probably.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we're looking at 50s or so at nighttime. We have to have something good come out of the weather in Wyoming.
Yes.
And summers make up. It's like pregnancy. You go through 9 months and it's so miserable, and you have the baby and you're like, this mysterious brain fog, and you're like, oh, I think I want another kid, A few years later you forget.
Oh, I think I want to stay here again.
Yes, it's like Wyoming. Oh, yes. I hate the winter. I want to kill myself. And then summer comes, you're like, oh my gosh, I love living here.
Oh, it's so great. And the fall. The fall is beautiful here too. It is the best.
It's my favorite.
I love it.
I love summer and fall in Wyoming.
Yes. Which is about
2 weeks.
6 days.
Week of summer, week of fall, rest is winter.
Winter.
We get like a couple days of spring, and then it snows again.
Yeah. And then it's like, oh, it's nice. Oh, it snows again.
Yeah. It snowed mid-June, guys.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Do you know, not for here, but there is snow predicted this weekend.
I've heard that.
Places in Wyoming. I haven't clicked on it because
I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that, so I'm just pretending that's not happening.
Okay, so those were some great things.
Really great things.
Now it's time to hear about the not so great things, because no place is perfect.
No.
And I'm sure you'll agree that every place has some not so great things about it, no matter how great you think your state or your community is. So let's dive right in.
Let's dive in.
Okay, so first one on my list of things that I dislike is our lack of medical facilities here in town. We are getting more.
Yes.
We have a surgical center and stuff. And I'm going to state right now, this is in no way a reflection of our wonderful medical staff that we have here in Wyoming.
Wonderful.
We have some great nurses and doctors and medical professionals here in this town. However, we just don't have the facilities, and we don't have the money to maintain that because we are a small community. And so my mom's been like life flighted twice to Salt Lake because her life was in peril and they could not take care of her here, so they had to helicopter her. And a lot of people have ambulance rides to Salt Lake, depends on how critical it is. Mm-hmm. But that is something common. We live near the hospital. We have to constantly hear that life flight helicopter.
Oh, it's awful. I hate to hear that.
I hate hearing it. But that is just something that we have to live with. And my parents, they have to go to specialists in Ogden and in Salt Lake because they're older and their health needs, people just can't meet those health needs here in town, which is challenging. But we do have great medical professionals.
Yes, we do.
And we do appreciate that they try to accommodate us as much as possible.
Yes.
We just love all you, the lab technicians, to the nurses, to the doctors.
Yes.
To all of you.
We love you.
You're awesome.
So something else that's hard here is we don't have a lot of work opportunities. And so people have to travel, sometimes to other states or just to other places a long ways because we don't have, there's just not a ton of jobs here.
There aren't. They have all gone away.
Mm-hmm. Especially we're an oil and gas state, and that is suffering. Coal is suffering big time.
Wyoming needs manufacturing desperately. We need some other things to bring in income because with coal and gas going out, most everybody has to work out of state or at least out of town.
And I will say, if you're watching this and you're a business, you should come here because we don't have state taxes. That's a good thing. So
it is. I
come and bring us some jobs.
Yes. Now's the time to invest in Wyoming.
Yes,
we have people willing to work hard.
Yes. Who want to stay here.
Yeah. High-paying jobs too.
Yes, we want those.
So this next thing is just rather a local thing, but I just have to share. Our speed limit through our town is like 20 miles an hour everywhere. Not everywhere.
A lot of everywhere.
It drives me insane.
It's so slow.
I'm gonna die. My car idles at 20. I have a hard time. I mean, I do it. I do that. You hear me, Officer Schmidt? I do it. Don't pull me over. But I hate it. And everyone who comes to town is like, what the heck are you thinking? 20 miles an hour? This would be like 50 in Salt Lake. I'm like, right? So stressful, especially when you're in a hurry.
I know. I always am. Today I wore a shirt that said I'm the reason that we're late. If I could go a little faster, maybe I wouldn't be late.
Yes. So I dislike the speed limit and I dislike the potholes.
Oh.
Now the potholes aren't necessarily a city issue. It's the potholes on the private streets, like where the businesses are. Coming out of Wendy's, you could lose your car. It's like a slalom course.
Yes.
You're trying not to lose a tire. So I used to have a joke about, there used to be a huge pothole coming out of Costa Vida. And I used to joke that they need to put a lifeguard there because when it rains, if a small child were to step into that thing thinking it's just a puddle, they would drown because it was so bad. Like you'd be driving and you lose your car, it's like water up your car.
I got a flat tire over there once. Yes.
I believe it 100%.
Hitting a pothole, it just destroyed my tire.
I thought of planting gardens.
Oh,
like flowers in the potholes. You know?
That's a nice idea.
Yeah.
You would be able to avoid them easier because it'd be like, oh, there's the flowers.
That's right. And wouldn't it be kind of funny? You know, you go to drive down there one day and there's just like flowers in all the potholes. Everyone would just be like, get a good big kick out of it.
Yeah.
Would kind of like say, look, see, problem.
Yeah.
Fix it. And the problem is, honestly, they rely on Walmart to do it all. And Walmart already takes care of 2 roads going into Walmart. And there's a few businesses there that really need to step up. Hint, hint, hint. And fill those potholes.
Yeah.
Like, it can't just be Walmart doing everything.
No.
Other businesses rely on those roads and they need to step up and handle business.
I try not to drive down that road because it's
terrible.
Wowie.
Yeesh. Yeah. Okay, off my chest. Woo.
But shopping can be difficult. Here, I've got a couple purses. I like to shop, if you can't tell.
Yes.
With my Wyoming purses.
You get up high enough so you can see these bags.
I need to tell you a story about my purses. This one I really love. I mean, you know.
So cute.
And this one was given to me by a friend. Look at that. Oh, Wyoming. But I had this yellow purse that was like gold. Oh. Because I need that, obviously, as you can tell. And it wore out, and I have not been able to find one as good as that one ever since.
Oh.
Actually, I was looking around when I was grabbing those, and I probably have 3 or 4 gold purses because
she needs it. Accessorize with this.
That's important to have that. And I can't buy that here because we don't have a lot of selection. And when your kids tell you, hey mom, I need black pants and a white shirt for my band concert tomorrow, I'm like,
the worst.
I don't know where that's happening because we have school tomorrow and then your concert and we can't buy that here.
Exactly.
So that's difficult. We don't, again, our population we can't support those big businesses.
Very true. And ingredients.
Oh, yes.
When my sister-in-law comes to visit, she's Puerto Rican, and so we try to have a Puerto Rican night, and we make lots of Puerto Rican food and everything. And she's like, oh, pick up some plantains. You mean bananas? Yeah. Those are called bananas here.
Yes.
Because we can't find plantains here.
We have bananas.
But it's difficult.
Yes.
It only certain times a year, and occasionally we can find plantains, and it's challenging. Same with like whole cloves or any kind of different kind of spice or something like Christmas time and stuff, or
special cheeses or special meats.
Well, we were talking about that when we did our recipe one. I could only find Parmigiano Reggiano, which is expensive from Italy cheese, because regular domestic Parmesan no one can find. At least in our town. Yeah. Sometimes if my daughter's coming to visit from Utah, I have to say, please bring this list of ingredients because this is what we're going to eat this weekend, and I can't find that. Yeah. That is a bummer.
It is a bummer.
Big bummer. You know, one thing, though, to counteract that is that we do have really cute specialty shops.
Yes, we do.
We have Iron and Ivory.
Yes.
So cute.
I love that place.
Home Decor.
Yes. Oh, another great one.
So cute. If you come to our town, go to Home Decor. Go up top and see the cute Christmas stuff.
Yes. Oh, I love it upstairs. Their Christmas stuff.
And the Halloween stuff. So cute.
Yes. And go to Varsity Inc. and get some Wyoming and our local sports team.
Our local sports team.
Shirts and all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
Where else? And even I will say, I was in a local chain store that we have here, and because the owner, she knows me, and we were talking, and she was like, oh my gosh, I can give you that deal. It was just yesterday that deal. That's not going to happen somewhere else. So our stores, and we have great little mom and pop restaurants here.
We do.
Mother May's.
I do love Main Street Deli.
Yes. Oh, okay. Main Street Deli.
So back to, okay.
Yes, Main Street Deli, Bon Rico's. Suds Brothers.
Yes.
Oh.
Owned by my friend. Trav.
And
Courtney.
Jalisco's.
I haven't been there.
Oh my gosh, you have to go there. It's so good.
I haven't been there.
It's so good.
Is that the one by De Pedro's?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, Don Pedro's. Oh, and our theater is amazing. Dang it.
Our movie theater is the bomb.
Oh my gosh, I love it so much.
Can I just tell you?
They have Pepsi.
They are amazing because we don't have to go to Park City anymore to go to a movie. And it blows the Park City movie theater out of the water.
Yes, it does.
I used to have to go to Park City and then it started getting grubby there.
Yeah.
The theater was just getting gross.
And the movies. I was like, what are these movies you're showing?
Yeah. So when they opened up here and they have reclining seats.
Yes.
Cup holders.
Oh, Pepsi, their popcorn is delicious. They have pizza and jalapeno poppers. Oh my gosh, they have Dole Whip.
Yes. They have churros, those mini churros. They have Oreo ones and regular ones. They are delicious.
Pizza, their French fries are so good too.
Yes. One time, Brett and I were like, oh, we need to go out to eat. And we were going to go hit Don Pedro's or something. And we were like, oh, we don't have time. So we're like, we'll just get something to eat. They have food over there at the theater. It was a delicious meal.
Yes.
Like, we had the chicken fingers. We had the whole thing. It was so good. So now every time we just go there to eat.
And they bring it to you in your seat.
So good.
You just sit there and watch the movie and they bring you food.
And the whole thing is super clean, run by super great people.
Yes.
The staff, the kids that are working there
are fabulous.
Fabulous, clean cut, friendly, wonderful kids.
And they have Pepsi. Movie theaters across the nation have Coke. Enough already. I won't go there because if you can't have Pepsi, no. That used to be my only choice, but not anymore. I can go here and have Pepsi. Yeah. I love Pepsi.
I get
from the fountain.
I get like 7-Up, and then I put the grape shot and the lime shot.
Oh.
And it makes like this grape knee-high thing.
I bet that would be delicious.
It's so good.
Yes.
I got my husband going on it, and he's like, where was this?
You know what else I love? When you get nachos, you can put your own cheese on, because I am like, soak those babies in cheese. And you know, they give you like a cup this big, and I'm like, what is that for 2 chips?
Yeah, right?
Please. I'm going to need 17 of those for my nachos.
Bathe it in.
Yeah. They let you put your own cheese there. I don't know if you could now because
COVID, but
yeah.
It opened again though.
I know. We got to go.
Yeah, my husband, we're going probably either tomorrow or like this week, sometimes next week. Yes. Date night.
Yay.
So excited. You don't even know, guys. And Brett's a movie holic.
Oh.
So this is going to be...
Kevin is not. He does not like to go to the movies.
What?
I know. At all.
What?
Like, we don't ever go with him.
Does he like to watch movies?
Yep. At our house, he does not like to go to the theater. He just wants to watch it at the house, eat what he wants, get up when he wants.
Oh. That's surprising.
I know.
That's surprising. I would not have thought of that about him.
Yeah. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, my husband would go to a movie every single night if he could.
Oh,
and
I love the
more...
movies.
I mean, I like to go.
And buttered popcorn. Oh my gosh.
And you could just go there and just get the popcorn.
I know. And the Dole Whip. I've done that before too.
They do that. You can get that. Just
yes.
show up and get.
You can just go there and get food and leave. I know.
Don't tell me these things. I gained 5 pounds since listening to you. Possibilities.
I know. Now you know what we're having for dinner tomorrow. Movie theater popcorn.
Movie theater popcorn. Some chicken nuggets.
I know. They're so good.
So good. Okay.
Okay.
So the next thing that we need to talk about, it's pretty severe. This is the worst thing about Wyoming. Mm-hmm. The worst. And it's the weather.
Yeah.
It is the weather. It is horrible in the winter. It is so horrible. You can expect temperatures here to get as low as about what, -20? And then in some places in Wyoming, -40.
Yes. One time, this was on New Year's Eve, my husband got called into work.
Yes.
He sent me a picture of the temperature up there. -60.
Oh!
Yeah. -60.
Okay. And you know what? You guys might say, oh, negative is negative. No.
No.
When you breathe and it hurts your lungs to even inhale. When you breathe and your nose hairs freeze and your eyelids like start freezing up. It's like on Christmas Vacation. She'll see it later, dear. Her eyes are frozen. Or she'll see it later, Clark. Her eyes are frozen or something like that. Yeah. That is Wyoming, guys. That's the reality.
Yes. It gets so cold sometimes that when it gets to be 20 or 30 degrees outside, after it's been so cold, I mean, we're like...
with shorts.
I am not wearing a coat today.
Oh, I totally go to the gym without a jacket or anything.
Oh.
I'll just go in like a short sleeve shirt, some shorts, and I will go to the gym and I will come out and I'll be like, oh, so good. Because it feels so amazing.
Yes.
Because 30 degrees here is like 70 where you live.
Yeah.
It's so amazing. Feels so great.
Yes.
So just keep that in mind. And our snow. Okay, so sometimes, some years maybe it's not bad. And then there's years where we have had snow so high, my snowblower can't even shoot it over the top anymore. And you have to shovel, and you're like, you get your shovel and you kind of throw it over your head and try to smack it and like pack it a little so that it stays or so it doesn't all avalanche on you. Yeah. My poor dogs, I have to make tunnels for them in the snow so they can go to the bathroom because they literally, my Frenchie, the snow was so much taller than him and he now weighs 30 pounds. When he was littler, he could just walk on it.
Yeah,
Now he's like, and he can't, help!
He's 6 feet down.
Yeah. And then before we had our vinyl fence, we had like a little makeshifty fence, but it was still like, you know, more than waist high. And the snow would get so deep that the Frenchie would just walk over the fence.
Oh, that happened to us. And my dog, at first, he's not the brightest dog. It took him a while to realize he could just like walk over because the snow was up to the fence.
Yeah.
And then when he did, he was roaming around everywhere. And I took our snowblower back there, I shoveled. But last winter, I was like, oh no, you are not getting out of here. So every time it snowed, we would dig around our fence.
It's like you have to make a moat. We have to dig a moat around our fences.
Snow moat.
A snow moat.
Snow moat.
New word, vocabulary word of the day, snow moat.
Happens in Wyoming.
Yes. Yeah. We have to invent our own dialogue, our own vocabulary.
And let's talk about the wind.
Do we have to?
It's very windy in Wyoming. Very windy. Not just sometimes, but all of the time.
Every day. I think we've had maybe 4 days this summer that wasn't windy or something. But.
I will say here, there's some parts across the state that are even windier, and you kind of forget how windy because it's super windy here, but it is unreal there. You will blow away in Wyoming. Mm-hmm. Or your things.
When it's windy and 40 below zero,
that's not
serious.
Pleasant.
No. And for the most part, when it's windy here in the summer, I will say
it's
nice. Windy. Well, when you're doing yard work, you're like,
the breeze.
But when you're trying to have a little soiree, not so fun. But I will say that once the sun starts to set, a weird phenomenon happens.
Yes.
So it can be gale force winds, the sun starts to set, and then poof, it's gone. And you're like...
And for a little while in the morning.
Yes, until about 10 or 11 in the morning. It is so calm, and you get all your lawn mowing and everything done, and then all of a sudden...
Yeah, it just comes.
So uncomfortable. I'm so sick of it.
I mean, you get out of the car sometimes, and your hair's just everywhere. I can't
imagine this.
In the wind. I mean...
Velcro in the wind. It's a mess. It's a mess. And then... Okay, so the wind, along those lines, the only thing keeping our dirt from blowing away in that wind is the fact that we have so many rocks in our dirt.
The rocks.
Try growing a garden in our super alkaline.
Oh, man.
Super alkaline soil. And in where we are, it's all sand. In other parts of the town, it's all clay. There's no good mix
of goodness. No.
Unless you have like a hothouse or something where you can amend your soil and control your water stuff and everything.
My husband had to do a raised garden, a raised bed, and put good soil on there. Now, the other thing about that too in Wyoming is the growing season is like 30 days. Our garden froze twice in June. And we didn't plant until Memorial Day because you can't.
You can't.
Because it's still frozen. The ground is still frozen then. And then, I mean, if it snows in August, which it could.
It does and it hails sometimes. Wind and snow, guys.
Yeah.
If you're even thinking of moving to Wyoming, that should deter you. The wind and the snow.
The snow.
Don't move here. It's chilly enough here that you can use blankets and furnaces and
we have blankets in our car year round.
Yeah, you have to.
Because you just don't know. You could be driving in July and come into a snowstorm and you need those blankets.
Yes. Wyoming, many people get trapped in bad snowstorm conditions.
The spring storms are the worst in Wyoming. You're just not expecting them. And it's heavy, wet snow. Man.
It's dangerous.
Very dangerous.
The I-80 corridor thing, that whole area... is it by Laramie? Where is that at?
Yes. Oh, that. Elk Mountain. I think it snows there every day of the year. I mean, not really, but that place is treacherous. And the sisters are treacherous. Actually, all of Wyoming. You know why? Because of the wind. Because it's snowing, but it blows the snow across the road and turns into a sheet of ice. And
you can't tell how deep that snow is, so people drive through it and then it's like over the top of their car.
Yeah.
That's not counting on an 85 feet high on the interstate. You can't drive through that. It is pure black ice underneath. If you are driving through Wyoming in the spring or winter
or summer,
please come prepared and bring coats, blankets, whatever, just in case you get stuck out there. It is deadly. And you get those big old semis, namely FedEx trucks. Why is it there's always a FedEx truck in those videos?
Yes.
Always one going 95. Crunch, 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 crunch.
Yeah.
We have hundreds of cars piled up on the freeway every year.
And how many days? So they did a thing this last winter.
55 days of the roads closed this year.
Yeah. They did like a rolling closure because the towns get so backed up with so many people because the roads are closed. So they'll close a town when it gets full, then they'll close the next one and the next one. We were kind of at the end. We weren't getting, I mean, we got a lot of snow, but not like they did over there. 55 days, the road was closed and you could not go. It was like, I mean, they would say on Facebook was the thing, like Wyoming is closed. And it was true. Sorry, folks, Wyoming's closed. Yeah, if you're in, you're in. just gotta stay.
Stick it out.
And when it opens, you just get out.
Yes. Get
out. Unless you want to like wear all of this.
Yes.
I mean, it's pretty great. I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah.
Next up, it's boring, especially for the teenagers. I mean, there's just not a lot to do.
No.
There's not a mall. There is one escalator in the entire state of Wyoming.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
It's true. In the mall. Now that's an old fact, so maybe there's another one, but I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think we have just one building here that has an elevator. Well, no, I know the schools have elevators.
Yeah.
But you can't really use them. But one building in our whole town is an elevator.
Yeah.
I mean,
not that that's entertainment.
No. It just kind of goes to show there's not a lot going on.
We have bowling.
Yes, we have bowling.
Movies. And if you're into outdoor stuff, there's kayaking and there's all sorts of outdoor entertainment. If your kids are into that kind of thing, that's what I do with my nieces and nephews. We go to a river. They float the river. We go hiking all the time. We go to bowling. We go to movies. And then we go out of town to find things to do because, well, there's golfing.
Oh, golf?
Woo! Yep. We have a decent golf course. There's golfing. Go golfing.
Go golfing.
But there's
not when it's winter.
Not when it's winter. In the winter, I go snowshoeing.
Oh, yeah.
At the state park.
And snowmobiling around here.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that go snowmobiling. I just don't have snowmobiles. But
you can ice skate.
You can. They don't have a Zamboni though, so it's really bumpy, and I struggle.
Yeah. And it hurts your ankles. I don't.
And there's a lot
of
of moose on the ice.
Yeah.
Like every year, every time I'm there, there's like a moose on the ice, and we have to get off because the moose is going to charge you.
Yeah.
I know that's...
And you can't run fast when you're ice skating.
No. That's a total Wyoming problem. Moose on the ice. And it's a common occurrence here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but there's not a lot, unless you're into moose watching. Or going to watch the elk or the bison. Or I mean, there's a lot of wildlife opportunities and a lot of outdoor things, but... There's not a lot of great places for kids to hang out. There's this little skate park thing we have.
Yes.
And we have the YMCA thing now.
Yes.
And the ball fields.
Lots of baseball.
There's just not a lot of, like, I don't know, other things like city kids can, like, do. Or you can't really go shopping in the mall. Walmart's our mall.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know.
It's kind of boring for kids. A lot of people are like, there's nothing to do here. I mean, I seem to find stuff to do, but I'm kind of outdoorsy.
And like the football games and the basketball games and the school stuff.
Yes.
There's a lot of that.
There's a lot of that. So if your kids are involved in stuff, you're set. You're golden. So by no means are we trying to convince you to move to Wyoming. Like, for heaven's sakes, do not move here. We like being the least populated state, right?
We do. Yes.
Stay home.
Come visit.
Come visit. Spend your money here.
Yes. And I will say, I don't think we have to worry about that too much, because people come and then they're like, all right, we're out. But when you, you grew up here. I
went to high school here.
Okay. So you have some
I've
love
been here enough. Yeah. I wouldn't, there are times when I'm just like, I want a winter home in St. George. Wouldn't that be nice? Just go to St. George in the winter. Come back here in the summer.
Yeah.
Dream a dream.
Especially after 8 months of winter. Gets rugged.
Oh, it is.
But our point is, no matter where you live, whether you live in an icebox, 80 miles from another town, there are good things about where you live. And bloom where you're planted. Grow there. Love it there. Get involved.
Absolutely. There's good everywhere.
Yes.
Just find it. Even if you're stuck somewhere and you're like, I hate this town.
Place isn't.
Yeah.
Our friend, when they moved here, actually, she's not crazy about it. She's always cold. And this is not a place to live if you're always cold, because you're going to be always cold.
My daughter's always cold. So
yeah. But she started a gratitude journal, and every day she would just write down 5 things that she was grateful for.
What a great idea.
Yes. And she said that helped her so much. Stephanie.
Stephanie does that? Yes. Of course she does.
I know.
She's the cutest.
Yes. And I've thought about that so much, because that's a great, for anything, where you live or just when you're unhappy.
Or just even for COVID.
Yeah. I mean,
I need some reminders.
I need that for COVID, because my list is kind of small. But
that's why we're doing this. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're bringing out the positivity. This makes me happier all the time. But get involved.
Get involved. Make your community a place that you want to live. A place that makes that if you aren't happy with where you live, make those changes. Get involved.
PTA.
Yes, PTA. Get involved in your community politics.
Yes.
Get involved with all sorts of things. Gina and I, we were judges for the recent election, and we're going to be doing it again for the general election.
Yes.
And it's so great to see the process.
Yes,
I have learned so much to see that process of how secure and all the double checks and triple checks and everything. It makes me feel so good about when I cast a vote that I know how that is counted, how everyone's vote is counted in the state of Wyoming, and how important it is to get out there and vote. And so, public service message. So
vote.
So vote. Get out there and vote this year, and get involved in your communities if you are unhappy, or even if you are happy, and volunteer. Volunteer for, like you say, PTAs
or local boards. I mean, if you're we have like the tree board, and we have our Parks and Rec board, and we have, I don't know, all kinds of boards, but find your passion and volunteer, or find a way to be involved in your community.
Absolutely. Like I've been a 4-H volunteer for like 15 years or something crazy, and it's wonderful to get to work with kids and see them grow and be a part of their life, and go to their weddings and go to their, you know, it's incredible. Watch them have kids and all these things, and watch them be responsible human beings. And it just brings light to me. And then they pay it forward themselves. They like keep it going, and they keep volunteering and helping youth and working in schools with youth. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what great kids we have that we're bringing up in this great community. So yeah, get involved.
Yeah, it's hard to be sad and upset and all those things when you're helping other people.
It is. Yeah. It is hard.
Okay, so where do you live? Drop us some comments. Let us know. Do you like it there? What do you like about it? What don't you like about it? Fill us in. Let us know. What are some places we should come visit?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you like our video, be sure to like it, comment, share, and if you are watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell.
Yes. We upload new content every week, every Tuesday at 7 a.m. So we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, last time was, ooh, that was close. Hey, I just want to say, people, please watch the outtakes. Just stay for a while, watch them again. Gotta watch the outtakes.
Watch the outtakes, people! Look at the right camera.
See?
So, I don't know, it's kind of just me. That's my problem.
People are finding a place in new. Okay.
Take 2 is always necessary.
Take 27.
Okay, so.
See, I think I keep looking at myself, and I need to look over there, but then I feel weird when I look over there.
I know, me too. I'm like, what am I looking at?
I need to work on my weird faces too, because I'll be like,
I know. I go.
I like watch myself, and I'm like, why am I doing that?
I'm such a Quasimodo.
I wish I had Pepsi in here. It's just
I have
water.
some Pepsi in there.
Oh, you do?
Go get in the Bev.
Oh.
Go get Bev fridge. I have a Bev.
This is water.
Beverage.
Bev fridge.
Yeah, go get in Bev.
Okay.
There's unique upper.
This one is a struggle.
I just feel like, woo, bug, fly.
Why?
Ah, caught in the wreath now. My hair is like Velcro. I walk through aisles at the store. I walk in, and I go past a rack.
And people are so kind. Someone's like, "Oh, let me help you." Yes. You're stuck on the aisle.
Help me! At trees when I go walking. Because
I
a lot of times
bet.
my hair is like up, you know, and trees. People don't cut their trees to go to the sidewalk, and so I'm walking. I'm like, whoa!
Like this and talking and into space.
Yeah. We're gonna have great outtakes today.
Yes, we are.
What else about kindness? What were we saying about kindness? Before I got caught in the tree. Can't even. I can't even. Woo! Okay. Okay. So funny. Can I get Dr. Pepper up and down? That would be like great to have on video. Okay. In my sinuses. The never dying cat strikes again.
It was like alien speaking.
Wait until he gets going. I should have left the water bowl empty and you would really hear the howl.
Oh my goodness.
Sounds like a dying moose over there.
Yeah, that was.
That's nothing.
Oh boy.
3 in the morning. He sucks. Probably shouldn't say that, but he does. Okay.
You're gonna die.
Just kill over.
Come on. Interrupting our video again.
Right. Right? Do some track meets in. Of course. Don't mind me as I'm burping. You'll be pee-pee dancing forever.
Yeah.
Go pee again.
Okay.
She has the nice words.
When you used to have an oil painting.
What is it? Thinking gears.
What is it gonna
The
be?
tree thing.
Me too.
I love it.
You're the Wyoming Cowboys of Halloween. I'm the Wyoming Cowboys of Wyoming. You're the Wyoming Cowboys of Halloween. I was gonna say something, but there was nothing clever that came. I don't know, our cows are far apart. Our sagebrush is not far apart. That stuff gets kind of close together.
Yeah. Just don't go when I'm there. Stay away. If you see me. Run.
For your own sake.
For your own sake. Help me up the trail. I can't walk up Mammoth anymore. Too fat and old.
A few times. And I'm like, no.
Fly in here. What the heck is going on? I'm getting
Leave us
dive
alone.
bombed. And I'm gone the wreath again. That leads us to number 1. Gina's oven mitt there. Okay, our number here. We like to take spider webs of roads.
Hills and valleys.
Yes.
Kind of some cliffs. We've taken some cliffs.
Some cliffs.
We're gonna bust this baby out.
Busting it out, baby. Oh, that's so many kids.
Shut up, number 3 was a tangent.
How many times did Gina change clothes? If you guessed 11 times, you are correct. Who made Gina's earrings? Fun fact, Gina's sister made her earrings. Final question, and it's multiple choice, so please pay close attention. When is it okay to place a live bison in your car? A, if the bison is just a baby and seems chilly. B, the bison is injured and you think you can offer it medical help. Or finally, C, never. The answer is C, never. Never, ever. Why do we keep having to tell you people this?